Last time we discussed substitution method or integration using substitution. Today we will discuss few more forms. In the last class we discussed integration using substitution. Today we will discuss few more forms. Yes, integral ax plus b whole raised to the power n dx. Here n is not equal to -1. Yes, here we put ax plus b equals to t. On differentiating both sides with respect to x, I'll get a equals dt by dx, or dx will be equal to dt over a. So here dx will be replaced with dt over a, and this was t, so I'll get t raised to the power n into dt over a. As a is a constant, so I'll take this outside the operator, so I'll get 1 by a integral t raised to the power n dt. And yes, integral of this will be t raised to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. And what was t? T was ax plus b. So here I'll get 1 over a into ax plus b whole raised to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. So we have seen that integral ax plus b whole raised to the power n dx, where n is not equal to -1, is given by this. For example, if I have to compute integral 2x plus 3 raised to the power 7 dx, right? Now you can see that it is of this form, x raised to the power n dx, where role of x is being played by 2x plus 3. Now this integral will be equal to, using this form, it will be 2x plus 3 raised to the power 8 divided by 8 into 1 over a. And what was a? A was the derivative of this. So what is the derivative of 2x plus 3? It is 2. So I'll get here 1 over 2. So it's 2x plus 3 raised to the power 8 whole divided by 16 plus c. Let's take another example. Suppose I need to evaluate integral 3x minus 5 raised to the power 5 dx. Again, it will be of this form, integral x to the power n dx, role of x is being played by this. Yes, integral will be 3x minus 5 raised to the power 6 divided by 6 into 1 over derivative of 3x minus 5, which is 3 plus c. Now note that, yes, derivative of this should be a constant number. Then we use this form. That means if you are to evaluate this x square plus 1 whole raised to the power 4, you cannot write this as x square plus 1 raised to the power 5 whole divided by 5 into 1 over derivative of this. This is wrong. Derivative of this x square plus 1 is not constant, right? Now similarly, suppose we are to evaluate the integral sine ax plus b dx. Yes, what is the derivative of ax plus b? It is a constant. So what I do, I'll put ax plus b equals to t. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, I'll get a equals dt over dx. From here, dx will be equal to dt over a. So I replace this dx with dt over a, and this was t, so I'll get integral sine t into dt over a. A is a constant, so I take this out, so I'll get 1 by a integral sine t dt. So we have obtained integral sine ax plus b dx is equal to minus cos ax plus b divided by a plus c. So the working rule is, if I need to compute the integral of sine 2x plus 3 dx, first note that the derivative of this inside function should be a constant. Yes, derivative of 2x plus 3 is equal to 2, which is a constant. So this integral is of this form, integral sine x dx, where role of x is being played by 2x plus 3. What is the integral of sine x? Yes, it is minus cos x. So what I'll do? It is minus cos. Do not change the inside function. It's minus cos 2x plus 3 and divide this with the derivative of this inside function, that is 2 plus c. So similarly, if I need to compute integral cos ax plus b dx, yes, derivative of ax plus b is a, which is a constant, and this integral is of this form, integral cos x dx, and role of x is being played by ax plus b. So this will be equal to, what is the integral of cos x? Yes, it is sin x. So it will be sin ax plus b. Now divide this with derivative of ax plus b, which is a, plus c. Similarly, integral e raised to the power ax plus b dx. This integral is of this form, e raised to the power x, where role of x is being played by ax plus b. And note that derivative of ax plus b is a, which is a constant. So this integral will be equal to e raised to the power ax plus b divided by derivative of ax plus b, which is a plus c. That means if I want integral e raised to the power 3x plus 5 dx, so this will be equal to e raised to the power 3x plus 5 divided by derivative of this, which is 3 plus c. Now if I ask you, what is the integral of secant square 2x plus 5 dx? Yes, this integral is of this form, secant square x. Role of x is being played by 2x plus 5. And what is the derivative of 2x plus 5? It is 2, which is a constant. So how I will integrate this? Yes, what is the integral of secant square x? It is tan x. So it is tan, role of x is being played by 2x plus 5. Now divide this with derivative of 2x plus 5, which is 2 plus c. Now let's take the integral of the form f dash x over fx dx. That means the derivative of the denominator is there in the numerator. Yes, what I'll do? I'll put fx equals t. On differentiation with respect to x, I'll get dt by dx equals f dash x. So from here, f dash x dx will be equal to dt. So this can be written as dt over t. Now what is the integral of dt over t? It is log t plus c. And what was t? It is fx. So it's log fx plus c, or I can say it is log of the denominator. So whenever integrand is of this form, f dash x over fx, then integral is log of denominator plus c. For example, if I ask you to evaluate integral 2x over x square plus 1 dx. Now look here, denominator is x square plus 1. What is the derivative of the denominator? It is 2x. So this integral is of the form integral f dash x divided by fx. That is, numerator is the exact derivative of the denominator. So in this case, the integral will be log of denominator. That is log of x square plus 1 plus c. Let's take another example. Suppose I ask you to evaluate integral x square over x cube plus 1. Yes, here denominator is this. Now derivative of denominator is 3x square, right? Here I have x square. कमी किसकी है? 3 की. So what I'll do? I'll multiply with 3 and I divide with 3. Right? Now this 1 by 3 can be taken out. So it is 1 by 3 integral 3x square over x cube plus 1 dx. Now this integral is of the form f dash x over fx dx. Numerator is the exact derivative of the denominator. So integral will be log of denominator, that is log of x cube plus 1 plus c. Now let us compute integral tan x dx. Yes, integral tan x dx can be written as integral sin x over cos x. Now if I ask you what is the derivative of cos x? It is negative sin x. Here I have only sin x. And derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So what I do? I multiply and divide with negative 1. So I'll get negative integral minus sin x over cos x dx. Now this integral is of the form integral f dash x over fx dx. Because the derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So numerator is the exact derivative of the denominator. So integral will be log of denominator. So it will be minus log cos x plus c. I can also write integral tan x dx as integral secant x tan x over secant x. Multiply and divide with secant x. Now what is the derivative of secant x? It is secant x tan x. So again it is of the form f dash x over fx. So integral will be log of denominator, that is log secant x plus c. So remember this, integral of tan x is log secant x plus c, or we can write minus log cos x plus c. Now we shall be using this as the formula. So whenever we are to find integral tan x, we will be using it directly. Similarly, integral cot x dx, it can be written as integral cos x by sin x. Now here denominator is sin x. And what is the derivative of sin x? It is cos x. So this integral is again of the form f dash x over fx dx. So value of the integral will be log of denominator. So it is log sin x plus c. So remember this. Integral cot x dx is log sin x plus c. Remember this formula. Now similarly we are to find the integral secant x dx. Yes, I'll multiply numerator and denominator with secant x plus tan x. Now here denominator is secant x plus tan x. If I compute the derivative of secant x plus tan x, I'll get secant x tan x plus secant square x. I take the common factor out, secant x, I'll get tan x plus secant x, which is this. So, integral is of the form f dash x over fx dx. So, integral will be log of denominator. So, it is log secant x plus tan x plus c. So, remember this formula. Integral of secant x is log secant x plus tan x plus c. Next we have integral cosecant x. Yes, I multiply numerator and denominator with cosecant x minus cot x. Now here denominator is cosecant x minus cot x. Let us compute its derivative. Derivative of cosecant x is minus cosecant x cot x. And derivative of cot x is minus cosecant square x. So here I'll get plus cosecant square x. Take the common factor out. So I'll get cosecant x into minus cot x plus cosecant x. That is cosecant x into cosecant x minus cot x. Here we have. So again the integral is of the form f dash x over fx. So integral will be log of denominator, that is log of cosecant x minus cot x. So remember this. Integral of cosecant x is log cosecant x minus cot x plus c. Wherever we are to write integral cosecant x, we shall be using it directly.